What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, October 5th, 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all so much for being here with me. Love you all so much. Hope you're doing well. Monday was a very interesting day, of course. With so many planets retrograde, balsamic moon. Hey, no, I don't think we know. We don't. Nobody knows what's up, but it definitely is worth reevaluating, questioning. Just aspects that could be going on. There's a lot happening this month, and I feel like that was like the first. What is going on behind the scenes? So we'll just keep our eyes open, keep our eyes peeled. Definitely a lot of truth came out. Project Veritas dropped a lot. So very interesting stuff. We are closing out, of course, this Virgo lunation today, coming up on the new moon tomorrow. So today's definitely a day to chill out and drop the weight and get ready, to step into the world of the other. So all that work that you've been harvesting within yourself and shifting around to get, your sense of purity ready for the winter, for the fall and the winter. This is kind of that last day to tidy those things up as the moon finishes in Virgo and comes into Libra today. So before the moon comes into Libra, where we're going to have a ton of energy, it's going to be in Virgo and it's going to sextile Venus in Scorpio. So the day definitely starts off with a really beautiful aspect of like, did you harvest the depth of the reality that you are looking to receive? Were you able to penetrate into the proper relationships? Were you able to see the beauty and harvest that beauty in your life? So there is this like anxiousness to today. On one side, there could be a really beautiful energy of feeling very comfortable and secure. And on the other end, there can be a lot of anxiety about like where things are going and what is going to happen in the world. What is going to happen with relationships? Where is everything going? So it's definitely a day to kind of chill. There's a lot of energy though. When that moon comes into Libra, we're looking at a lot of cardinal energy. Moon, Sun, Mars, Mercury retrograde. Like there's a lot of cardinal energy. So all in Libra too. So we need to initiate action with others. We need to initiate all the work we've done and, relate it. That moon's also going to make great aspects to the nodes with a trine over to the north node in Gemini and a sextile to the south node in Sagittarius. We can pull a lot of knowledge and by being curious. I think a lot of the knowledge comes through the curiosity, even Mercury retrograde. It's been in a long, drawn-out trine over to Jupiter. So there's something about getting into the depth of relating, really expressing how we're feeling when it comes to other people, what information we found, just where we're at. It's a great time to put some things out there. I don't think it's a time to stress about things, but it's a good time to find balance and communicate and be like, hey, what do you think? What do you think? Oh, okay, hey. But Sun and Mars are together too. That's a powerful energy. That's our life force and our ego coming together. We can definitely move with power right now, but it's with other people and it's relating it to the world and to the extremes of our physical world when we look outside ourselves. Remember, Aries, Mars is the ego, Libra is the other. So we got to take all that work we've done on our ego and relate it to find beauty and balance and to make sure that the relationships have that depth. And that's kind of where we've been. And I think today with the moon in Libra brings a heavy focus on that as we come into, of course, that new moon tomorrow. Of course, Mars and the Sun are working on their quincunx over to Uranus and Taurus, and the moon will meet with them at 13 degrees for that quincunx as well tomorrow. So gosh, there is just some really weird things happening in our physical reality right now, and it's hard to relate. And of course, Uranus can be the internet, and we saw some of that yesterday. Who knows? It's very interesting, but I think really staying and relating and communicating your value is everything. And, having your individuated value kind of locked down and secure so that you're not just lost in what the other is doing in every aspect of reality, but you're really in a place of power within yourself. Of course, the Sun is at 13. It's going to be at 12 degrees, and then come to 13, but most of the day it's at 12. So that makes a net 3. That's Jupiter there is luck and expansion today, but again, it's like the unconventional stuff, but also, you staying grounded in your unconventional ways, you staying grounded in your individuated values and relating that, but being accepting. There's something about we just have to accept what somebody else is going through, what they're doing, what their beliefs are, what their opinions are. That's where the beauty's found. And it's just not a time to try and drag someone over onto your side. If people want to be on your side, they're on your side. If they don't, they don't. And I think it's pretty easy to see on a day like this with so much Libra energy and even a Venus in Scorpio. If there isn't a depth to where we are relating with people, what are we doing? What are we doing? And if not, it's worth a shot to give the depth and to communicate it. But again, if you can't find balance, what are you justifying? And that's kind of Mercury retrograde in quincunx to Neptune. Like, look, you can't weigh out your consciousness. If you feel guided, if you feel intuitively led somewhere, if you feel like spirit has brought you to a place for a reason, you don't have to weigh that out with someone else and justify it. So that's where it gets weird, is like, well, what do you believe that spiritually? Those things can't be quantified. They can't be logically always put together. Sometimes we can find the words, but not always. It's good to try if you need to, but if there's no justice, there's no justice. There's no balance, there's no balance. So today is definitely a day for looking for the beauty, relating that. If it's not there, drop the gavel. Be like, nope, this isn't working. And I think that moon making good aspects to the nodes will indeed help with that. That moon's also going to trine over to Saturn. I mean, honestly, for a really balsamic moon, it's making some really nice aspects today. And there's abundance out there for us, and there's good feelings, but I think there's also decisions. So it's like that, strong Libra energy of being a great diplomat and communicating and debating, but also coming to a conclusion, coming to a decision, and taking responsibility for what's going to bring you the most beauty and balance into your life is everything on a day like this. So try to be nice, try to see the beauty, of course, but don't forget about your value. Don't forget about your identity. Of course, Mars and the sun together, gosh, that's powerful energy in a cardinal sign. It is the other people, but remember, even if it's in Libra, like this brings up a sense of movement, creation, and putting in the work to get that creation to come to life. And that might be where the greatest expanse is and where the greatest abundance is. And maybe it's about the conversations and the work with people that end up being that great gift. But there's energy. I think we have a lot of energy to get things done, but at the same time, dark moon, you don't have to get it all done. Remember to take care of yourself and your purity spiritually as we close out a Virgo lunation as well. There can be maybe a need to be hyper focused on what's going on in the real world, but check up on your spiritual self as well today. That seems like it would be a positive message that came through just now. Weird times. Lots of quincunx energy. Definitely some more weird, strange could come. I do believe that Monday was just kind of a little tease of like how strange things can get. We're so used to social media just working when we turn on it. When those sites go down for hours like that can get people in a anxious place too. I had Sterling, so I'm not really on social media much when I have him anyway, so I barely noticed. But again, I'm like always kind of thinking ahead. I got that kind of energy in me. 2 of Pentacles in reverse today. It's definitely not time to juggle. We're going to want to juggle so many things out, right? Relationships, conversation, emotion. There's something about just making the call, especially with the moon kind of finishing off the evening with a trine to Saturn. Like, where beauty's at. You know what you want to relate with and what you don't. And I'll be honest, Venus at the tail end of Scorpio is pretty intense. Like, we're really getting a good look here at what are we really weighing out? Why are we staying in anything in life that isn't bringing us the best? And it can feel like maybe we're getting pulled down, but Venus coming into Sag is sort of a rise of the Phoenix energy. That cusp between Scorpio and Sag is the Phoenix rising. So between relationships and feel good energy, honestly, this could be a cycle that's closing out where we really are rising up like the Phoenix. And are you really going to weigh out that moment for yourself of what's going to bring you the beauty? No, it's time to make that choice. Why'd we get that? Page of Swords in reverse. Well, the only reason we wouldn't is because we're scared to move towards the excitement in life and to be curious. We just want to stay in something that isn't beautiful or doesn't have a sense of purity, doesn't feel good. Why do we stay in things in life that don't feel good and that don't justify or bring balance and harmony and beauty into our life? Today might be a good day where we kind of are like last minute, like, okay, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this works. Go with what works. Go with what keeps you happy and youthful. Don't get old yet. Like, come on, we got a lot left to experience here. So let's stay excited, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. I love you all so much. Have a great Tuesday. Peace.